Well, good morning, people. Welcome to another video. If you guys are new, subscribe if you like today's video. Then like today's video. I don't think I said that right. So we're on a cruise this morning, a little canyon cruise, went on a little canyon run with Sebastian.
What's up?
More so referred to as Comp M2. And we just showed up to Cross Creek. It's a Sunday, keep in mind. I thought Cross Creek on a Sunday was just like a better chance of seeing cars. Well, that's not true. I've been out of the loop a little bit. Cross Creek on a Sunday is a straight up full-on non-disclosed car show. So we just arrived. I'm in M2E. She's a little beat up right now and a little dirty, so let's just don't look at her. And I'm with the homie over here. Wait, what's your Instagram again?
Ben's Bimmer.
Okay, that was easy. This is Ben. Ben has a single turbo F82 and it's beautiful. It's over there. We'll go show you. We were mobbing with him on the way and his shit makes my shit look slow.
Don't matter.
Crap.
It's driver. It's all the driver.
It's all, yeah. He said I was driving fast on the way here. I'm always the one behind all my friends. 8 cars behind. My friends are just, yeah, you would not like driving with my friends. Like him. He'd smoke all of us. Here's the single turbo F82. We got ticket dismissers over here. Hey, you are gonna go need to have a good conversation over there.
Going to talk to them.
Shout out to my girlfriend. That's for you. That is beautiful, dude. Alright, yo, so I just finished, you know, being a cinematic god or whatever, you know, because I got a new camera or something. We're gonna head out here because my girlfriend really needs me, I guess, at home because she can't get food without me because she doesn't have a license, which is kind of her issue. But, you know, I love her, so I'm gonna head home soon. We're gonna cruise the canyons back. Couple cars today that I just saw. Just saw my first 718 GT4, which I was excited about. I haven't seen one yet. You see it?
No, but
Thank you. The 918 is never a bad sight to see. To be honest, guys, look, I filmed a lot of Porsches today, but I'm just kind of a Porsche guy now. So all the Porsches I got to see today, those were the highlights of my day. We're gonna go home now and probably drive slow because I'm over driving fast. It happened again. Every time. Every time I go to film a 918 cold start, this exact thing happens. I'm over the electric mode. My NSX, you actually have to start the car, it cold starts, and then you put it in electric mode. That's cheating. Welcome to day 2 of the video. I guess we could just say it's the same day, but I'm clearly wearing different clothes. Now, for most people who have seen the video, I recently shipped my NSX off across the country to the new owner. So my Acura NSX has been sold, is sold, and actually arrived this morning at 3 a.m. our time. So I told the new owner, who's the funniest dude in the world, to actually give me a call in the middle of the night. I didn't mind getting woken up, and for some reason, I didn't hear my phone. I don't think my phone rang because I'm like the lightest sleep. Like, I'll wake up. I'm never the person who mind waking up in the middle of the night. I can wake up at any part of the day. I tell all my friends, if anyone's staying the night or whatever, wake me up if you need me. I don't care. Well, I missed his call. And then at 5 a.m., so 8 a.m. his time, the cars got delivered at 6 a.m. his time, I woke up and kind of checked my phone and he had texted me and sent me video. So the car arrived safely. It made it off the truck safely that I know of. The new owner's very happy. He hasn't really even driven it yet, so I'll get back to you guys on how he likes it. But with that being said, I am obviously looking for the replacement. I can tell you guys, I do have my mind set for the most part on one of these cars that I'm gonna tell you guys, but I'm gonna go through with you guys and I want to talk over the cars that are kind of in my price bracket. Each car that I'm gonna read to you, I have looked into. So before I start, I am leaving out one car. That was a manual 991-2 GT3. That's a car that a lot of people wanted me to get because there was a time when I posted I wanted a Porsche where it was gonna be either a GT4 or a GT3. The GT3 is out of my price range for this reason. I couldn't get a GT3 and get my M2 because my M2 is more money than my Golf. Actually, almost double the price that I sold my Golf for. More than double the price that that I sold my Golf for, so I wasn't able to upgrade that and then go again from like my NSX to it. It was too much money. I maybe could have made the stretch, I could have done it, but I don't like putting myself in those situations, so I went against it. Now, that being said, all of these other cars are in my price bracket for the most part, depending on the certain example, so we're gonna go through it. Starting with, like I just told you guys, the Cayman GT4. The GT4 is one of my favorite cars in the entire world. For those who've never driven one, you have to drive one. It is not the fastest car in the world. You wouldn't really even consider it a supercar. But with that being said, it is definitely a sports car, and it is one of the most fun cars I've ever driven. I actually never really drove a GT4. I took it out like a test drive. The lady didn't really let me whip it around. But then I actually got to spend some time in a Boxster Spider, both being 981, of course, not the new 718, and I absolutely fell in love. This was after I bought my R8, and I was literally like dreaming about it. Like, I shouldn't have been dreaming about other cars when I just bought literally a car I'd wanted since I was 3 years old, but I was. Amazing car, and I kind of haven't forgot about them ever since. Now, takes me to number 2. Another car that obviously, since I had a gated manual V8 R8, I have always wanted a gated manual V10 R8, an even more rare car, especially with the manual, and they are definitely in my price range. Even a good example is going to be cheaper than I sold my NSX for, so that is an option I'm looking into. A gated Gallardo, of course, same engine, probably a little more exotic, a little more raw, as the Huracan and the Gallardo usually are to the R8s. But again, with that car, the only thing I'm worried about is going to be maintenance costs and reliability. It was pretty much the same engine that was in the R8, so it is going to be a reliable engine, but it is a V10, and it is going to be more expensive to fix, and maintenance on that car, if a clutch goes out, stuff like that, stresses me out. I don't know if I want to buy a Lamborghini right now, but it is still an option. Now, another car, another Porsche that I have wanted for a long time that I fell in love with when I drove was the 997 GT3. Those have come down a lot in price, but I think are on their way back up. So that is an option. My only gripe with that car is the clutch pedal is not easy by any means, and I'm sure there's things I could do to make that pedal lighter and more dailyable, but I don't really want to do that. Like, that was something I liked about the car. I loved the feeling of that clutch. It was so raw. The car was so raw, but again, I don't know if I could drive that car every day, and I'm not looking for a daily driver, but I do end up driving my second car as much as I kind of drive my first car. That brings me to the 2 last ones. This one is kind of like the direct competitor to the Cayman GT4, a little more exotic, a little more supercar-ish, but again, it is a Lotus. The Lotus Evora GT, a car that a lot of people have really good things to say. And if you guys already didn't know and haven't kind of caught into the pattern, I am looking to buy a manual vehicle. The only reason I got rid of my NSX was to buy a manual vehicle, and the reason I didn't get a manual daily, well, was because it's my daily. I love manual exotic cars. There's something about putting an analog gearbox in a car that is meant to perform and be for the most part modern, unless you're talking about like a Gallardo or the old R8s, but a car that is meant to perform in today's standards with a manual transmission has just always been my favorite. So the Evora GT is definitely actually up there on my list. I haven't driven one yet, and I actually do have it set up to drive one, so I will make a video when I do that, but that is a car that I'm very intrigued about because people say it's very, very good. I actually haven't heard really much bad things about it at all. And last but not least, a car that is probably at the top of my price range, but there are a couple examples that I could probably slide, would be the Dodge Viper ACR. Always loved ACRs. I'm actually not the biggest Viper fan. I mean, I've always liked Vipers. Like, when I see them, I get excited, but the ACR, and the way people talk about that car, I've never driven one again. I've never actually driven a Viper at all, so I don't know how that gearbox is, but people say the ACR is amazing and handles amazingly, and I know the old Vipers were kind of always sliding around in the rear, but supposedly the ACR is like one of the most planted cars ever. But it is a really track-focused vehicle. It could be like along the same concept as a 3RS, where it's like driving it on the road feels like you're doing it wrong. And that's kind of a reason the 3RS isn't on this list, because I probably could finesse a 3RS, but again, not manual. That's probably the main reason. So those are my options right now. There could be another car. You never know. When I reveal my new car, it could be something that's not even on this list. I am open to everything. I'm open to your guys' ideas. So go down below, comment what cars you think. My price range is going to be anywhere from 80 to 120,000 max. So if you guys have a most likely used car, not huge on buying new, in that price bracket, let me know if I didn't name it, or if you guys agree with one of the ones I said on my list, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is going to wrap it up, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Also, I forgot to say this. We're going to end the video on this, but before I end the video, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and I will see you on Sunday. Welcome to Driven by Jordan.